Hi, I'm Chef Susie with LearnToCook.com, and today I'm going to be making a buttermilk biscuit. And the buttermilk biscuit is a nice thing for breakfast, or maybe with a little jam and some butter, or for biscuits and gravy. And some people also make a turkey a la king with an open-faced biscuit, which is a nice little sandwich too. So let's get started. I've got some of the ingredients ready. I've got our dry ingredients, which is our bread flour, our cake flour, our baking soda, baking powder, some sugar, a little bit of salt, and then I have our wet ingredients ready, which I have the heavy cream, which is going to give the biscuit some richness, and the buttermilk, which is going to add flavor, and it's also going to add some moisture, and it's going to help make the biscuit flaky. And I've got an egg in here too, and I've got some butter ready that I have chopped up, and I'm going to be cutting it into the flour mixture. So let's get started on that. And you can cut your butter in by hand by using your fingers, or you could use a pastry cutter, which is a tool that a lot of people have in the kitchen, and it's handy too for making pie dough. So we're just going to cut our butter into our flour mixture. And our butter is cold, and so are our eggs and our cream. For the biscuit recipes, you're going to want your butter to be very cold, and your eggs and your cream too, because then it allows the flour mixture to coat around the little pieces of butter, and that's what causes the flakiness rather than everything kind of being mushed together. I have the butter pretty well mixed in here, so I did it by hand, and it's going to be a little lumpy, so you don't want it to be smooth. You want those lumps that the flour is going to coat and cause the flakiness. So then we're going to add our wet ingredients, and we're going to go ahead and mix it in by hand. And you're just going to gently mix this in. You don't want to overwork it because, like I said, you want those butter pieces to be coated with the flour. So you don't want to uncoat them by mushing everything together. And it may even have a little bit of a crumbly look to it. So I'm going to turn the biscuit dough out onto the counter, and it's not really quite mixed up all the way. So what I recommend, and it's kind of sticky, you're going to want to knead it just a little bit. Just kind of work that gluten in just a little bit. There, you can see a big difference from when I first took it out. It was all kind of sticky. So make sure you've got enough flour on your table. I'm going to put a little more flour on top. Get this bowl out of our way. And I'm using a traditional rolling pin. Just kind of go back and forth, and you're kind of going out from the center to the sides. And you can also do this with a European style rolling pin, which doesn't have the handles, and you just use your hands on the side. And these are kind of nice to work with. You just need to get used to them if it's something that you haven't used before. And then we have a 2-inch cutter. We're just going to cut round biscuits, and we're going to put them on our baking tray. And when you're finished cutting, you can go ahead and gently knead your dough back together and roll it out again. So knowing that, we're going to go put our biscuits in our 450-degree oven for about 18 minutes. Now that our biscuits are ready, we're going to put them on this white plate, and they are ready to be served with some jam or butter, or even just plain for maybe a brunch or a breakfast or any time of day.